Hello, Moore here, and thank you for joining me. Today I'm going to do a champion guidance spotlight on Warchief. But first, if you like Raid Shadow Legends and you want to progress your account efficiently and effectively, then please go ahead and hit the subscribe button that's right here next to my face. Join the community, get more content from me as I'm able to provide and put it out to you. So, Warchief, he is a Force Affinity champion. He is a legendary. However, he is one of the only two legendaries I have pulled. Remember, I am a completely 100% free-to-play account. I have pulled two legendaries. I haven't pulled any shards other than greens in over a month now. Up until then, I had pulled these two legendaries within the first 2 months of my account. My account is just over 3 months old. I'm at day 94 or 95 right now. It happens. I did pull a ton of shards. I pulled 100% of my shards that I was able to pull before that. I believe I pulled the 2 sacred shards I got in the 2 monthly rewards as well. So I pulled shards. I got a nice, decent champion pool. And then from there, I built up what I have and I made the teams I have to get where I'm at now. One of those pulls is Warchief. So Warchief, he, like I said, he's a Force Affinity champion. He is from the Skinwalkers faction as well. So let's look at his kit real quick. His Brutal Force is A1. Attacks one enemy 3 times. Chance or candidate for a Giant Slayer, right? Attacks one enemy 3 times. Has a 15% chance of placing a Provoke debuff for 1 turn. Damage inflicted as defense is proportional to defense. Can be booked up to a 25% chance to land a Provoke. On a 3-hit, A1 has a 25% chance to land Provoke against an enemy. Works in the arena, right? That's almost a guarantee once you can get it booked. I know it's hard to book legendaries, but once you can get it booked, it's almost a guaranteed chance to provoke somebody with his A1, so that forces him to attack him back. That is real handy and nifty with his passive, which we'll get into in just a minute here. So, but his A2, though, attacks one enemy, places a Provoke debuff for 3 turns. Places, 100% chance. Just got to get their accuracy check. Places a Provoke debuff for 3 turns. Has a 75% chance of stealing 2 random buffs from the target. Damage inflicted is proportional to defense. Again, if you haven't said it, if you haven't noticed it, you can see it right there on the side. He is a defense-based champion. So again, the more defense you build, the more damage he does. The more defense you build, the less damage he takes. So I have been booking this guy out. You can see he is doing more damage. I want that cooldown as well, so it's only got a 4-turn cooldown. I use him in arena. I also use him in my Magic Keep team with that steel buff. Sorry, that steel buff to take care of that Magic Keep boss who has that huge shield that she places on herself. But her passive, like I said, right? That Provoke works good for his passive. Reflects 60% of the damage taken back to the attacker. But defense also increases by 10% for each dead ally. I've also heard in the 1.14 patch, an update that's coming out soon, that's actually going to be buffed up to a 15% increase for each dead ally. Think about that. So if you're in the campaign, a dungeon, the clan boss, anywhere other than the arena, you have 5 champions in the mix, right? Put him in there. He's the last one to survive. That's 4 champions dead. If it's a 15% boost per champion, that's a 60% increase of defense. Just that's a big defense buff permanently, as long as he's alive and as long as they're dead. So there's a couple of masteries you can use to beef up some stuff while their champions are dead. Speed is one of them. But I don't have that for him. I'll get into his masteries right now real quick. Look, they're almost non-existent as well. A little bit of attack because I want to take him down to Giant Slayer and defense because he's defense. You got to have that in there. Beef up his defense as much as possible. Damage mitigation as much as possible. And chance to counterattack as well when I get it down there. So that's him. His stats. I've got him in lifesteal set because at one point I want to build him into my clan boss team. I want him on that one that reflect damage to deal damage back to the clan boss. I want him working in the synergize with that team. I really, honestly, crazy idea. I think Hell Hades did a video on it or talked about it. Warchief combined with the Vizier that has a debuff extender out like no tomorrow, right? Debuffs out to like 40 ticks on the poisons, and Warchief out there but doing his thing by himself, lasting around all over downtown, right? So let's look at his stats. I got defense set and I got lifesteal set. Come here, stats. Total stats. So he's got 31,000 HP. His attack is negligible. It doesn't do a darn thing for him, right? Because he's defense based. His defense is at 3,100. That was actually pretty good. I could take him in the clan boss and he will hold his own pretty well. His speed is 133. It's not high enough, good enough for clan boss for my clan boss team currently. His crit rate is actually at 81%. So he crits pretty nice when he's on the team. Whenever I do put him in arena, which is on occasion, I'll show you that in just a minute. I pair him with the Queen Eva, which gives him an extra 19% because of her aura. Boosts him over that 100% mark, so he will land that crit all the time unless he's attacking a Spirit Affinity champion. There's that 15% crit rate mitigation nonsense because of the negative affinity. His crit damage is only 77,000. His accuracy is only 71. That is what I've lacked on him. I need to give him accuracy, but if I remember right, I have a defense percent chest, a 6-star defense percent chest with HP percent rolls. It was a nice little chest, so I left it on him here. He's got speed boots. He's got crit rate gloves. That's why he's at that 84%. But it came with a defense percent, but it came with 2 attack percent rolls. I really do need to find some better gear for him. But he does the job I need him to do right now. I'm not hurting with him entirely too much, so I haven't needed to focus on him. So let me show you what he can do in the arena real quick. Let me refresh this. We don't want that first guy because that would be way too easy. You know what? Let's go ahead and take on the Mountain King if we can here. Come on. So I gotta switch out Vala. She's my primary for arena. Filter by rank. There he is. He's in the sparring pits. And let's go do some battles. I'm going to try to get it on auto here because he does his thing just fine. His AI is not broken at all. Thank you. Here we go. So, remember, he's got that 60% reflect damage, 100% land that provoke. Queen Eva does her thing. She just AoEs the snot out of people. That's why she's on the team. So he's going to 3-hit A1, chance to provoke. So it means Apothecary is going to attack his A1, not do his heal. Doesn't matter. He's down anyways. And miscreate a monster. And boom, game over, right? So that wasn't a very good showcase of what he could actually do because it went pretty quick. But you kind of get the gist of it, you guys. So his kit is based around the provokes and based around his reflect damage. That's right, and the magic keep is down, so I can't show you that right now. So you guys, let me show you one more time in arena, see if you can get a better idea of what he can actually do. Let's go take this team on. Rosin Scarhide, I want him. I'm working on the fusion for him, but I am short just a couple rares. So let's see. He got resisted. Remember, his accuracy is low, right? It needs to be higher. Queen Eva does her thing. Oh, Apothecary and Queen Eva are down. These two working together. Remember, look, those two went down, so he has a 20% increase to his defense now. 20%. It was at 30,000, right? So what's 20% of 3,000? It's like 600 extra defense. So now he's at 3,600 defense. Remember, his defense, his damage is based and proportional to his defense. Look at those two rock. Those two rock basically 2v4 for my team. So, Warchief, legendary, Force Affinity, Skinwalker. If you get him, keep him, of course. He's legendary. I'm going to put him on my clan boss. He works well with provokes in my arena team. If you haven't already, hit the subscribe button. It's going to be right above my head up there. Also, check out the video and the playlist is going to be on the right-hand side of the screen. And I will catch you in the next video.